All right, so right now we're here. Here's the serial number. It says Artesian Spa Island Series. Looks like this heater got very hot. You can see where it's, this is the styrofoam. It's completely melted at one point. This thing got really hot. All right, so the breaker just keeps tripping. We disconnected the circ pump, pump 1 and pump 2. It's still tripping, so we're going ahead and look at the heater. And well enough, the heater has charred. You kind of see that brown. So that's how it's supposed to look, nice and shiny, silver. You look here, it looks charred. So it looks like the heater is what is giving us problems here. So, and that's board damage too. All right, so we removed the wire here. You can see the board damage there. It totally got hot, just burned up. And then here's the actual wire. You can see it just completely started to burn off the insulation, exposing all this copper there. So this most likely is the culprit. So we're gonna turn it on, see if the spot turns on. But regardless, even if it does turn on, with this kind of damage onto the board's shot, so it needs to be replaced anyway. All right, so we're here checking the heater because the circ pump did turn on. The equipment turned on, we'll show here in a bit. But I did hear a relay closing the second the circ pump turned on. It's almost like it was closing a heater relay. Now, the problem is, if that's the case, the spa is currently empty right now. You can see there's no water. It's in here right now. You can see it's completely empty. So it shouldn't, if it's the heater relay is engaging, there's no reason why it should be engaging if the flow switch is stuck in the on position. But I went ahead and tried tracing the cord for the flow switch. It plugs in right in there. That should be in for the flow switch. Let's see here. Yeah, for the flow switch. And then I'm tracing it and discovered this. Somebody jumped the flow switch. This is not good. For testing, this is fine, but leaving it like this as a permanent fix is not good, because this is what happens when there's no flow to the system. What most likely happened, if the flow switch wasn't working, it'll still not allow the heater to turn on. But because this is jumped, what probably happened was the heater was getting power supplied. The system didn't know that there was a flow issue going on or a stuck relay happening, because it relies on the flow switch to be open and closed to determine if there is an issue going on with the water flow. If this wasn't on and it was displaying a flow error code, it would have not allowed the heater to continue heating, even if one of the relays are stuck, because the fail-safe relay wouldn't engage power to this relay here to send power through. But because it was stuck, the board didn't know, probably caused damage. And this is the damage that we see here. Probably the heater caused damage itself. So you definitely need to have this flow switch replaced. Most likely why this was jumped was probably because the flow switch has failed, and they thought that was probably the solution to fix the flow issue, was to put in to jump the flow switch. All right, so we're just gonna show you that's circ pump running. Pump 1's running. Pump 2's running. So yeah, it's just the control system's bad and it needs to be replaced. All right, so here's our Evo-One Evo touch control system. We retrofitted an old S-Class on this Artesian using a low flow system. You can see it's a 1-inch here, coming at a 3/4 inch. That's the beauty about our system here, is it's pretty universal. You could use it in a lot of different spas and many different configurations. Here's the top side here. See, we made it look nice and neat. So the customer's back up and running.